Yo, good afternoon. What's up, peeps? What's happening? What's going on, man? How's everybody doing on this Victory Monday, man? How everybody doing, man? It's your boy, it's your dog, Toddy, checking in with a live stream quick for y'all today. Hope everybody's feeling good. Hope everybody's feeling well, man. You know what I'm saying? Falcons win over the Panthers 24-10 to start off the season at 1-0. You know what I'm saying? So we officially have a winning record. First time since 2017. So, that's a good thing for us. Of course, something to be happy about, something to be excited about. And just good vibes, man. Let's just continue to win. We got Green Bay this coming weekend back in Atlanta. So if we can come away with a victory that game, man, we are well on our way. We're headed in the right direction. It would be very, I think, key and crucial for this team to start off 2-0. So definitely going to be another big game for us, man. Want to continue winning, continue doing well, continue performing well. So there are a lot of things we can work on in regards to how we played this week, but or this past week, or yesterday. But that was yesterday, and new game today, or new game next week, I guess I should say. So let's see who we got checking in so far, man. We got our guy Rusty Moore Jr. in the building. Says, man, I'm in such a better mood when the Falcons win and don't do dumb-ish. I agree, brother. I agree. It makes the Mondays just so much easier to deal with. You wake up feeling better mood, better spirit. So totally agree. I absolutely agree with you, man. And like I say, Rusty, I just hope we can go Green Bay game, continue our winning ways, man. Because I want to see us start out 2-0. Then I think after that I think we go to either Detroit or Jacksonville. Might be Jacksonville, but that'll be a tougher game. And then we're on the road also, so we'll see. We'll take each game as they come. We got Rodney Ford checking in. Also, Rodney Ford says, "What's good? What's happening with you, Rodney? How you doing today, man? How's everything going? What's going on with you?" I see Travis checking in. Says, "What's up? Tired of these Desmonds are emotional in the group today." I knew it was gonna be fireworks, man. I knew it was gonna be fireworks. After the game, after how he played yesterday, after the game, I knew it was gonna be a lot of fireworks, man. And it's been like and I said in the group, man, it's been like a real mixed bag in regards to Desmond Ritter all over social media, man. Not even in our group, but in other Falcons group that I've been in, and I looked to see what people were saying. All over Twitter, or I guess I should say X now, but Twitter, it's been a lot of mixed reactions, man. Instagram comments. And then one thing I tend to do after every game is I'll look at the Falcons social media, right? Even the Falcons social media comments, from other fans. They just been like a real big mixed bag as far as Ritter go. So I knew today would be like a firestorm, which it has been, For our sake, for his sake, I just hopefully Ritter will get better every week and continue to progress. That would bode well for us as fans, for our team, also for him as well. Ron Thomason here. What's up, Ron? How you doing, man? How's it going? Ron says, "What's up, everybody? What's up with you, Ron?" Rodney Forces, we got the win. I'm good. I feel you on that, man. Rodney said, "Hey, man, as long as we get that dub, I'm good. I'm great." And definitely feel you on that, man. Definitely feel you on that. And we need to get that. We need to get another one against Green Bay also, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want this team to start off 2-0, man. I really want to start off 2-0. I ain't got no real issues or a real beef with the Falcons, but I enjoy beating the Packers, man. So I really want to get this W against Green Bay. Definitely. And commercial time, man. Welcome in, everybody. As you come in, please do your dog a favor. Please smash that like button for me, man. Hit the like button. Helps the channel grow. Helps us jump out into YouTube's algorithm. So everybody watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button for me, man. It takes 0.2 seconds. Just hit that like button. Those of you that are watching also on Facebook, welcome in. Also hit that like button on Facebook for me also. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Russell Moore Jr. says, I know you see my post about the draft picks next year. Hopefully we don't have to. But if we do, we will have more than enough capital to go up and get a quarterback. Yeah. Yes, we will. Yeah, and I did see your post about Calvin Ridley. Ridley played a great game yesterday. And as Falcons fans, one thing about Calvin, nobody ever questioned Calvin's talent. From day one, Calvin came to Atlanta and showed us, hey, I'm talented. I can play at this level. I can play very, very well at this level. So his talent was never in question. We all know he's a dog, when he's focused and, his mind is where it needs to be. So we all know he's a dog. And I kind of had a feeling that he would have a pretty good, very good / great year this year, because you know how it is, Russ, when you're coming off that, you got that chip on your shoulder. He's in a new place, new environment, and really probably more importantly, hey, Calvin want to get that contract, man. Calvin's still on the rookie contract. He's like 29 years old. So Calvin understands as a wide receiver, this is probably my only chance to get a big contract. This one that's coming up. So I know he's going to be extra focused. I know he trained hard. And I think he's going to have a big year. And he's on a team with a quarterback that's going to enable him to get the most out of his abilities. With Jacksonville, and of course, they have Mr. Trevor Lawrence also, a.k.a. Sunshine. So shout out to Calvin Ridley. Continue to ball out, bro, because we need that draft pick. Lisa in the building. What's up, Lisa? How you doing today? How's everything going? Because I think the Ritter question mark is still in play. That's a fair assessment based on the 5 games we've seen so far. I think it's fair too, Lisa. I think it's fair too. I don't think at this point we should be throwing him in a garbage can. I don't think at this point we should throw him in a garbage can and just totally write him off. Because yet and still, it's just his 5th game as a starter. So still very, 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 very young. Very young. And on the other side of things, I think it's also fair to say, hey, there were some things about Ritter's play yesterday that just didn't sit well with me. These are the things I didn't like. These are the things I didn't like. These are the things I like. So one way or the other, I think is fair. And that back and forth is going to still be there until, he does get to a level where he's playing great football and silence all his critics and people that doubt his abilities. And hopefully that for us that comes sooner than later. Keon checking in. What's up, Keon? Says Ritter did what he was supposed to do. Ultimately, you are right. Protect the football. Don't turn the ball over and get the W. So in that extent, you're absolutely correct. And what's up with you, Keon? How's it going? Dwayne Red in here. I feel we got a great one at Jesse Bates. I do too. Awesome, man. He was exceptional yesterday, wasn't he, Dwayne? Man, he put on like a Defensive Player of the Year performance, bro. Shoot, we get more of that, man. And that investment really gonna play off. If there was any one player that was more responsible for our victory yesterday, it was definitely Jesse Bates. That boy was balling, man. Boy was 10 tackles, 3 forced turnovers, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions. Man, we can't ask for much more than that. We can't ask for much more than that, y'all. Lisa says Ritter didn't turn the ball over anything like how Mariota did last year. Anything crazy like Mariota did last year. Yeah, you're right about that. He did protect the football, and that's what you want from him as well. Rodney Ford says, I'll give Ritter some grace. Yesterday's game was a prime example why I would have liked to see him get more snaps in the preseason. I totally agree, man. And I think that's where most people were coming from when they were saying that. Because he don't have a lot of experience, man. So more people wanted him to get as many snaps as possible. Kind of, familiarize himself with the new personnel that he had. Because this is his first time playing in real live game speed with Kyle Pitts. So we wanted him to have more snaps in the preseason, get all the reps that he possibly can. And a lot of us share the sentiment. Even looking beyond Ritter, offensive line, they came out looking shaky yesterday. So yeah, that's what most people were coming from when they said that. We got Mark in the building. What's happening with you, Mark? How you doing? Mark says most people agree we had to give Ritter multiple games this season before we knew that he was our franchise quarterback. Well said. We definitely gonna have to give him sufficient time, fair time. If he comes out shaky again against Green Bay, we just can't say, okay, we got to sit him down and bring Heineke in. I think you got to give him a fair amount of games for us to make a fair assessment if we can go into the following season with him as our franchise quarterback. I'll say this, Mark, I'm not sold one way or the other yet, man. I'm not sold one way or the other yet. I'm not confident in saying, he can be a franchise quarterback that can eventually lead this team to a Super Bowl. And I'm also not confident in saying he's absolutely garbage. So as they say, wait and see approach. Wait and see. That Falcons fan says Bates player of the week. I totally agree with you. What's up, that Falcons fan? That one Falcons fan. Excuse me on that. Bates says, what's up, Tidy? What did you think of Jesse Bates yesterday? Baller, straight up. Dog, animal, beast. You know what I'm saying? Best play on the field yesterday, undoubtedly. As far as yesterday, I thought the world of it, man. If not for him, Facebook users, hey, man, that game could have went another way, bro. If not for him, that game could have really went another way. So, as of right now, that's money well spent. Ray Ellison, what's up, bro? How's it going? How you doing today? Mark says Bates went crazy. That he did. Basically, said I wish we use our receivers a bit more. Yeah, you and me both, bro. Especially if we drafted one in top 8 of the draft. I'm gonna pretty much call Kyle a receiver at this point. Drafted the other one, number 4 in the draft. Like, man, you want to see them more involved in the offense, man. You want to see them more involved in the offense. And me and Mark talked about this earlier. Ritter had, 15 completions yesterday? 15 completions, right? Let's break them down a little bit. Bijan had 6. Tyler had 3. Ritter had 1. So that's 10. So the offensive backfield, including the quarterback, had 10 of his 15 completions. So you want to see the guys that actually get paid to really catch the ball in the positions. Speaking specifically about positions, wide receivers, you want to see them more involved in offense. I'll be honest, man. I just don't think we're gonna be able to beat better teams in the league with Drake not having any receptions, with Kyle only having 2. I think Matt Collins only had 1. There are going to be some teams that are going to make us beat them throwing the football. That time is going to come. Rest assured with that. We won't face a rookie quarterback every week on a rebuilding team like we were fortunate enough to go against Carolina. It won't be like that entire season. So as time goes, we need to progress and get better as a team also. HWU says, when will people start to address the pass scheme play calling? Don't get me wrong, Arthur, a great run play caller, but the pass calling has been down here since Arthur got here. You're right. That's been one of the biggest criticisms that I've heard from Arthur Smith we know he can scheme for the running game, but can he scheme for the passing game? You know, can he do that? He's yet to prove that in Atlanta. You know, I know he did better the first year when Matt Ryan was here, but even then, I mean, we weren't a prolific passing team, and you know, Matt Ryan was Matt Ryan. You know, that's a former MVP, multiple time Pro Bowler. You know, so you know he was gonna produce some yardage. You know what I mean? So I think Art Smith got some things to work on himself also. Lee Shepard said that was Bates' first multi-interception game in his career. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, and it happened as a Falcon. So he made history personally as far as achievement goes with his first multi-interception game of his career. Shout out to Jesse Bates. Eric Nine in here says it was more so Art Smith's play calling that kind of handicapped the passing game. I will agree with you on that. But Eric, do you think that came from a lack of confidence in the passing game itself? Was it a lack of confidence in Desmond Ridder as a quarterback? Was it a lack of confidence in the offensive line being able to hold their position and keep their pass rushes at bay? Like, what do you think deep down attributed to that? Lisa, I was very frustrated with Smith's play calling yesterday. Oh, Lisa, I was too. Trust me on that, I was too, man. It was very frustrating watching him run the ball on obvious passing situations, man. It was extremely frustrating. Very frustrating. Rusty says I went to those dudes podcasts that were streaming with on Friday, and they already cussing Bryce out. Shout out to BCP podcast. So it's not just us. Every fan base is impatient. And on a side note, they were not impressed with this. Yeah, I checked their post game podcast out also. You're right. Rusty make a key point, y'all. They were and I'm glad you mentioned that, Rusty, being honest, man. They were on Bryce Young's ass for his play. He's just a rookie. You know, they were like, those interceptions he threw, yeah, he's a rookie, but like those are just dumb mistakes. So Rusty is right. It's not just Falcons fans who are hard on quarterbacks, you know? That's a sentiment around the entire league. And also, like Rusty said, they were not really impressed with Desmond Ridder. They felt like he didn't do enough to win the game. You're right. So, like Rusty said, it ain't just us, y'all. You know, Falcons fans among the fan base catch a bad rep of, well, y'all always picking on the quarterbacks. Every fan base do it. If you ain't got Patrick Mahomes lined up behind center right now, your fan bases, you know, they got some criticism for you. You know, I've even seen and heard the Bills Mafia, Josh Allen, at certain points in his career. Like, it comes to it. Shawty Red on the track. What's up, Red? How you doing? Got big dog Antonio Henderson in here. How you doing, bro? I honestly believe Brady needs to start with the coach teacher. Okay, so hey, we'll do that. We'll make sure that we address Arthur Smith in our grades also. If the teacher coach is holding the student back, and we honestly give an honest grade to the students and players. It's a great perspective, bro. Excellent perspective. Shawty Red says, personal title, I waited till week 5 after we played the Jags or Commanders. Are you talking about, like, catch me up on what you're talking about, Red? Because I know sometimes, like, by the time I get to the comment, I'll be a little bit behind. So let me know what you mean. Lisa says Ridder gave both sides material to be for or against him in game 1. He did, Lisa. And that, Lisa, that's such Falcons. That is such Falcons. It went one way or the other. Like I said, I know the stats said 15-18, but anybody that watched the game, you know those stats is not telling the entire story. Those are mainly screen passes, check downs, very little throwing the ball down the field, challenging the defense. And like somebody said before, you know, that could be an Arthur Smith thing. You know, as the season progresses, we're going to see. We're going to see who we can start pointing that finger at the most. Mark said, yeah, I don't know yet either. I'm almost worried that no QB will look great in this offense. Is that why Marcus Mariota quit? Shout out to mediocre Mariota. Mariota got benched, and he like, man, bump this. I'm out of Atlanta. Y'all can have this. I know I ain't coming back anyway. But to answer your question, man, like I think he quit just because he was pouting, man. He was pouting about losing his job, man. He could have stayed on the team, but hey, Mariota. Abel, what's up? With all the mishaps on offense, the Falcons squad ran for 170 yards from 3 in the red zone. Yeah, and you know, going back to last year, you know, we really never had any problems running the ball last year. You know, we know that's the staple of the offense, and I expect us to be, you know, one of the better rushing teams this year as well. I'm hoping we don't have to change so much on a running game, you know, as the season progresses, but we'll wait and see. Ray Ellison says, I still think we better know how Ritter is by half of the mark of the season. That's fair. That way you can honestly assess what you have in him by that time. That's fair. So you're saying about what, about week 9 maybe week 10 at the very latest? That's very, very fair. Internomium LTD. I hope I said it right. If I did, pardon me. Says, I think the panel yesterday was asking the wrong question about Smith's play calling. I'm sticking with my diagnosis from last year until proven otherwise. Vanilla is the only flavor Smith knows. So are you saying you're giving more blame to Arthur Smith and his scheme, his strategy? You know, because I'll be honest, man. Like, again, I know we ran the ball well, but like how many times you gonna come out of that pistol formation yesterday, Arthur Smith? You know, how many times? I felt like I was watching the Kentucky Wildcats at one point there, man. Felt like I was watching Kentucky Wildcats. How many times are we gonna come out of that pistol? When are you gonna be a little creative? You know, spread these boys out, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of pass catches out there, spread them out. You know, put Tyler Algier in the backfield, single man set, spread the wide receivers out, put Bijan out there in the slot, and make them boys think on their feet. I agree. Winston Thorne checking in. What's up, Winston? What's up with you? Winston says, what's going on, Buck and chat? Smash the like button. Y'all please do get that like button for your dog, man. Get that like button for your dog. Do your boy solid. Abel says, with all the mistakes in offense, the Falcons squad. Okay, I read it. My bad. We said Marcus Mariota didn't look good in the Eagles' offensive preseason. He did not. I don't think that was our offense. I think that was Mariota. Dude was getting booed in the preseason. This is John. What's up, John? I can stop trying to stress myself with that big long word in your name and just start calling you John. Appreciate that. You know, country, all them syllables, boy, I'll be having to slow down. Dwayne Red says Hollins, Pitts, and Drake too big not to be used, and we have to have better play calling. Man, I totally agree, man. Too big, you know, they cost us too much. You gotta find a way to get them involved. You got to. Mark says, okay, so he talking to Lisa, Travis checking in, he talking to John. I agree. That's why many of us said Arthur Smith is the wild card here. Red says, all right, tight enough. Maddie, I ain't slurping. Nah, man, I ain't slurping, Maddie. You know, I'm just being honest, man. Just being honest. Live fast, die young says we won, but there's still work need to be done. I agree. John says, and I did say that we didn't know about the O-line pass blocking ability. Yeah, you've been saying it all season, John. You have. What did you think about your center, John? Because I know you've been kind of a little critical about Dahman. Did you get a chance to watch Dahman specifically? What do you think about your center? Lisa said, "Did you listen to the Jesse Bates post-game locker room interview? He mentioned Dez managing the game. I found the choice of words interesting. I did it. I only seen like clips of it, but I haven't had a chance to actually watch the entire thing. I try to make sure I do that sometime tonight, though." Shawn Davis says, "If you don't have a top-tier quarterback, there are criticisms, period." Yeah, overall, you pretty much right for the very most part. Anthony Moss said, "We'll be tested next week against Green Bay defense. Arthur Smith has to find a balance with this offense and open up the pass game more and take the leash off Ritter." Side note, Tyler should be the number one running back. He proved that yesterday. Man, I agree, man. I agree, Anthony. I posted something that I posted about that in our group also as well. And I don't want people to get me wrong. That's definitely not a knock on Bijan at all, because as we see, Bijan is going to be an incredible talent. Me personally, I'm speaking for myself. I just don't feel like going into like week one, Tyler did anything to lose his job. And to another extent, my bad, y'all, my phone ringing. To another extent, I don't feel like that that Bijan has really done anything to win the job. So it really boiled down to draft politics. Tyler Algier lost his starting job due to draft politics. But at the end of the day, it's a great problem to have. We got two outstanding young backs. So it's a great problem to have. But I'm with Anthony, man. Like, Algier ain't did nothing to lose his job. Let's be honest. We love what we're seeing out of Bijan, but like that run offense, the run game that really get going to Tyler Algier set that thing off. Algier set that thing off when he got in the game. It was almost like, man, okay, watch out, Ricky. Let me show you how you run between these Lindstrom and McGarry. Follow my lead. And then Bijan got the kick after Tyler kind of paved the way a little bit. You know what I mean? And then, interesting enough, Arthur Smith pulled him out the game, speaking about Tyler Algier, so he can get Bijan more involved in the offense. I understand he wants to justify that draft pick. I get it. Red says, as far as bench ready, give him a week 5. Ooh, man, that's kind of early. You don't think that's too early? It's only 5 games. You don't think that's too early? Because that means he would only have 10 starts on his resume at that point. No, my bad. My math is off. He started 4 games last year, so that'll be 9 starts. But 9 or 10. We'll just say 10. He'd only have like about 9 starts on his resume. So you don't think that's too early? Red said that's 9 games. I'll give him the week 6. That's 10 games to see if he's the guy, and there will be no excuses. What y'all think? Y'all think that's too short? Because Red said he's gonna give him to week 6. Mark says no such thing as a bad student, just a bad teacher. I like it. David started checking in. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Dave? How you doing, bro? How's it going? Russ says, I remember watching a Tennessee-Baltimore playoff game 4 years ago, and Arthur was calling these same dink and dunk passes. I honestly think he believes he is Kyle Shanahan. He is not. Hey, man, I remember when we got Arthur Smith, I went to the Tennessee Titans fan groups and their social media pages, and it was surprising to me that a lot of those fans were glad he was gone. They were glad he was like, thank God he's leaving here, But we'll see. He's still writing his book. It's too early to call the dog on him too. Facebook user said, would love to see us bring in the OC. Don't trust Arthur Smith play call. I'm seeing that a lot around social media. Y'all think we need to bring in somebody to call the plays for Arthur Smith? Y'all think his like stubbornness would even allow that? That's an interesting point. Red says, hey, Todd and John, the play call I hated the worst was on 3rd down. He pitched the ball to John with the edge rope green fire. I remember that, man. He had a lot of question calls on 2nd and long or 3rd and long, 2nd and 20, and you running the ball right up the middle, bro. 2nd and 20, you running the ball right up the middle, bro. I don't even think we gained a yard. I might have gained a yard or 2. He's gonna have to establish some trust in his passing game. He got to. It's gonna be hard. the toughest teams in the league, but that team got a strategy that. John says, and what Smith said about being satisfied with what Ritter did in that one drive and preseason match, what he did yesterday. That's all he wants out of his quarterback. I told y'all last year. John say he put it on wax last year what the deal was. Travis says there seems to be some disconnect with Ritter and Arthur. They have to get on the same page, man. I absolutely agree with you, man. Absolutely agree with you on that. Let's see. David Stark says, and how many swing passes are you going to call? Or do you trust your quarterback to get the ball down the field, man? I know that's right. I was thinking the same thing yesterday, man. Like, how many times are you gonna do that or call them plays, man? Like, mix that up a little bit, please. Good gracious. Let's see. Winston says he can't spread them out because Ritter can't deliver the ball at the field, so it'd be a wasted play. If that's the case, Winston, like, we might have to really rethink our signal calling, man, because what we saw yesterday as far as the plays and the strategy, I don't think that's gonna be too successful too long in this league. We got Larry in the building with the Dixon Way. Y'all make sure to check out my guy Larry on the Dixon Way. As you see on the screen, you can just click on his profile, show him some love. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you definitely subscribe to the channel. Without a doubt, some of the best in-game commentary that you're gonna find on Atlanta sports. That includes the Braves, as you see here, Falcons, some Dreams. So just anything in Georgia sports, him and his wife, they do an exceptional job. So make sure y'all show them a lot of love. I definitely check them out quite a bit. I like to put my chairs in the chat. I like to put my beers in the chat. We have a good time in that chat, man. So you're doing a great job, Larry. Keep up the great work, bro. Go Braves. Let's see here. Larry says, teachable moments, but at least we won the game. To point out the flaws, it's fair to be honest. You're right about that. Right about that. Mark says, one thing's for sure, Bryce threw 2 interceptions, but still look better than Ritter. Mark banging a little bit on Ritter. I sense a little banging in that comment. Dixon Way says, this is why you don't draft a running back when you have a great young running back. To be honest, it's a luxury to have Bijan, but Jalen Carter would fit this team more and put in another great young running back on this team. Larry, you know that's who I felt like we should have took. And Jalen Carter played exceptional yesterday, man. He played exceptional. He led all these tackles and pressures yesterday with 7 quarterback pressures yesterday. He also had a sack, a game clinching sack. They were triple teaming him at times yesterday. And this guy, just a rookie. I don't even think he started the game, but he damn sure finished the game. So, Larry, that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Because for a few years, Falcons fans, which probably 85% of us are Georgia Bulldogs fans, we're going to be watching to see how these careers pan out. And speaking about Bijan, and speaking about Jalen Carter, of course. Mark says, defense allowing 10 points is awesome, being on break. Yes. Yeah, we keep that up, man. We're going to win a lot of games. I totally agree with you. Tyler let everyone know that he's still, yeah, man, he had to remind them folks yesterday, like, what? Okay, y'all almost forgot what I did last year. And I didn't even start until like the last 7 games. And I saw our franchise rookie record. All right, watch this. Tyler said, watch this. Watch this. David Stark agrees with Red. He says 10 starts is enough to know we have in the QB. Okay, I like it. Red says that's what we're gonna say, Tyler. Thank God. Hey, great. John says one more thing. As long as I have to pay for this team tickets, merch, etc., I reserve the right to say what I want to say about them, good, bad, or whatever, and I got the sweat equity and time served to say so. I absolutely agree, 3,000%. Now, everybody's entitled to their opinion, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. You know, you're a fan of this team, especially in John's case. You know, if you're a tenured, long-term fan, you know, you got the right to say what you want to say, man. You definitely do. Facebook user says it was just no time to set up and throw. Yeah, the offensive line got to be better, man. I definitely agree with you. The offensive line definitely got to be more better. Got to be more careful, man. Larry says Art Smith isn't good with anything but offense. If you take that out of his hands, you might as well fire him. It's like they should have fired Dan Quinn when he took the defensive coordinator out of his hands. That's a great point. Excellent point. Russ says just don't get how we go from going after and at the time Elite Watson for selling for a third-round quarterback. No consistency in trying to find a QB. Did they ever have a plan? I'd be questioning that too, Rusty, because sometimes I'd be thinking, like, did y'all really have a clear and concise plan? Even going back to drafting a unicorn, because y'all know I was not a fan of that draft pick. I'm still not a fan of that draft pick. And that's nothing against Kyle before anybody gets upset. That's nothing against Kyle. I think in the right situation, the right scheme, with the right quarterback, I think Kyle can potentially be a superstar in this league. You know, his generation's Travis Kelce in the right scheme, in the right situation. I just don't think Atlanta is that for him. I just don't. You know, he's already on his third quarterback in 3 years. There's no guarantee that he won't be on his fourth quarterback in 4 years next year. As we see after game one, nobody can say for sure whether or not Ritter will be the starter next year. So I just, like I said, the right scheme, the right system. This is not the right scheme for Kyle Pitts to reach his full potential. You know, this ain't it. We only threw the ball 18 times yesterday, and like I said, the running backs and the quarterback caught 10 of them. How is Kyle supposed to show what he really can do? And you don't block you don't draft a tight end at number 4 to make him a blocker. You don't do that. You could go get a tight end in the 5th or 6th round and make him a blocker. You know, if the thing is just to make him a blocker, like so. But shout out to Kyle, y'all. That don't throw tomatoes at me just yet. There's not an indictment on Kyle. I just really feel like he's not in the right scheme that's conducive to what he does best. That's conducive to his skill set. I just don't feel like Atlanta is the right place for him, man. And based on what I'm seeing and how this team is being built, we're gonna be running a lot of pistol formations. We're gonna be running the ball a lot. You know, he may be continuing to be a fish out of water, but we shall see. We shall see. Could be absolutely wrong. Could be wrong. Red says tied our offensive weapons with too skilled and talented did not have a, here goes that word, guru. We need offensive guru, and everyone knows it. I agree with you, bro. We got some weapons out here. Lee says not only screen and swing passes, but to the same side of the field. You're right. You're absolutely right, Lisa. The creativity was lacking in the play calling. Who was calling Arthur Smith and offensive play calling guru? That's Cap. Lisa banging on whoever called him an offensive guru. Cappity cap. Let's see here. Davis says, rewatch the game and our linebackers made our defensive tackle look like they were being pushed around because they weren't filling the side gaps and leaving tons of cutback lanes. Oh, man. When I watched the game all yesterday, man, I was just sitting here so frustrated with our linebacker play, bro. First off, I think Troy should be playing more outside so he can use his biggest asset, which is his speed and his athleticism. He just don't come off as an inside linebacker to me. When he has to be in coverage, he's oftentimes a step late into where he's supposed to be in coverage. He's still timid when it's time to fill the hole and be an impact linebacker. Hopefully he grows into it, but I don't know, man. Our linebackers, we might need to look at the free agent wire, the waiver wire. Ooh, they need to facilitate a trade, man. I'm not confident at all in these linebackers. And again, that may be some time. You know, Troy's still young. He still got a lot to learn. So maybe time will fix that. A1 Forever in the building. What's up with you, A1 Forever? How you doing, brother? And y'all make sure to check out my dog, A1 Forever. Also on YouTube. Excellent Falcons content creator. Excellent, Georgia sports content creator in general, man. Y'all make sure to click on his profile. Make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Run up the comments. Run up the likes. Show my dog a lot of love, please. Facebook user Arthur don't trust Ritter. Get him from under center. Simple. Ooh, bang it. I felt the seriousness in that text. I just don't think Arthur Smith always playing safe with the basic play call. I can dig it. I can dig it. Kelvin Pace said they stayed after Ridder because they do not respect our deep ball. I agree with you, bro. They was like, okay, y'all gotta beat us on deep. You know, we ain't respecting this for Ridder like that just yet. He gotta prove himself in this division. Russell said Caleb McGarry cannot regress to pre-2022 McGarry. I agree. But you know, I went to bat for Caleb last year, man. I was like, hey, he done came into his own. He got paid to look like he forgot how to block. That's why no team picked him up after he came crawling back to ATL. Hey, y'all absolutely right about that, Russell. He stayed a free agent for a little minute. It was obviously he wasn't no big priority for the Falcons. I think they wanted to keep him, but they was like, hey, man, somebody want to overpay for you. Yeah, that's on them. You know, but you know, we're gonna give you this $10 million a year, you know, which is medium range for your age and your position. And let's see what the market says. David Starks' O-line had a ton of missed gap of size, but that's due to lack of reps in the preseason. Real about that. Lisa's got some lunch money from a Panthers fan. I seen that bet, Lisa. Honestly, wasn't too concerned with the week 1 matchup. I wasn't either. I was concerned about Thielen, but he only had 12 yards. Yeah. David says, we're on our 4th quarterback in 4 years. We need to move on from that new head coach. I agree. I absolutely agree, sir. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Next way says, just imagine Shador Sanders. Oh, can of worms. He done open these can of worms up. Just imagine Shador Sanders in his daddy former team uniform. Might get Dion to come coach us all. Cause like we birth prime time. That persona, that name, that came from ATL shouting. We birth prime. That was at Atlanta, baby, man. I know he went to San Fran and won Super Bowl. Yeah, I get it. It's the 49ers. And they were so dominant at the time. And I know he went to Dallas. Yeah, I get it. Cowboys. But that brand, those dances that you still see people do that you saw his son do, that style, that swagger, that's all Atlanta. That's Fulton County, dog. That's all inside the perimeter. That's all Atlanta. So just imagine the story. Just imagine the story. You got we went and drafted Pops, I think in '89. Then you go get Son decades later. That's a storyline, man. That's a storyline. That's a storyline. Hey, just so they don't throw tomatoes at me, Larry. You know, because they be throwing bricks at me a lot of time. I be having to dodge that shit. But let me be politically correct. If Ridder don't work out, that's a viable option. It's the door. That's definitely. But Larry, that's only if Ridder doesn't work out. Larry says the Sanders dynasty, y'all. That's Larry that's saying that, y'all. I'm just reading the words on here. So y'all don't get mad at me. I'm just reading Larry's words. Go subscribe to the Dixie Way and throw the tomatoes at Larry. I'm just reading his words, y'all. Don't get mad at me. I'm just reading the words. Mark said, do we got to do the draft Sanders? Oh, that's Mark, y'all. Don't go back and say it. Titus is on YouTube talking about we're the trash. We should draft Shador. Because I know how y'all do sometimes. Or some of y'all do. Let me not blanket everybody in the same category. I'm sorry. That's Mark, y'all. Y'all see his YouTube channel, Mark Chaney. Subscribe to his YouTube. Go cuss him out. Because Mark and Larry is saying this. I'm not saying this. I'm just reading what they saying. I'm not saying this. I said if Ridder don't work out. But it sounds like they trying to kick the man off the team already. That's Larry. That's Mark. That ain't me. That ain't me. He is a level above Ridder. That's Mark, y'all. Mark, y'all see it? Mark Chaney. Send your hate mail directly to him. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Larry says, I came to bang. And he is banging. He came to bang. There we go. There we go. Larry said he ain't playing no game. He came to bang. Oh man, y'all are ready, but y'all is on one today. Mark said trade Kyle and picks for Shador Sanders. Now listen, that's not me, y'all. Y'all see this? I'm just reading what they said. So please don't get upset at me. These are Mark's words. These are Larry's words. Y'all see their name on the channel. So please don't go back and say, I said this. I'm just reading what people are saying, So don't get upset at me. That's not a narrative that I'm starting, So when y'all go back and say who said what, do not say y'all. Because you see who said it. That's Mark and that's Larry. John Brooks is in the building. This is what's happening. What's up, John? How you doing, bro? Y'all make sure to show my boy John. I got John a lot of love on his YouTube as well, man. Run up the likes, run up the content. And if you're not always subscribed to John, make sure you subscribe to him also, man. Do your boy solid. Hey, I'm not gonna even read it. I don't want that young man to get in no trouble. I want him to get in no trouble. Yeah, man. So I tell y'all what, man. Let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's go ahead and cut the music. Let's cut the music. Let's do our player grades, man. We ain't gonna stay here long. We're gonna just do some quick player grades. Y'all remember how we do last year after every game? We come back and we grade our players, So what I'll do is just like we've done the last year or two. We're gonna grade all our players. Y'all give me what y'all think they got. We're gonna do the grading scale. We'll go school grades, A+ to an F. So y'all let me know what y'all thought or y'all thoughts. So let's see. We won't be able to hit everybody, y'all, because we running very short on time. I was sitting here running my mouth. Y'all was tripping me out. So we ran real short on time. But let's start off with hold on. Let me get to the stats real quick, y'all. I thought I had them pulled up. Let's start on offense. Let's start with Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts had 3 targets. He had 2 receptions, and he had 44 total yards. I'll give you those stats again. Kyle Pitts was targeted 3 times in the game, which is a travesty. He had 44 yards and 2 receptions. Like, what grade would y'all give Kyle Pitts for yesterday? Like, what would y'all give him? A+, even as far down as an F. That'll be the scale we'll use today. Give him an A+ or you give him an F. Like, let me know what grades y'all give Kyle Pitts, please. And we'll see what everybody thinks. Millie Mills in the building. What's up, Millie? How you doing today, bro? What's going on? How's it going? John says, Ty, they could throw stuff at me. I want the smoke. So John said, hey, he inviting the smoke. He inviting that pressure. Mark says, I like Pitts, but to move up in the draft, we'll have to trade some picks and maybe a player. I agree that to get like a top caliber quarterback, you're definitely going to have to give some strong equity to move up. You are definitely correct about that. David says incomplete QB play was lacking, so he's not going to even grade Kyle Pitts. I could definitely respect that. Rusty says Kyle Pitts gets an A. Okay, I'm surprised by that. Just because that was a great catch. It was a great catch. Excellent catch. Acrobatic catch. Reminded me of a former Falcons receiver who's kind of the same stature as Kyle. He is a Lambo with a OPD lady. Old lady driving the wheel. Hey, Russ, I said, man, he's a fish out of water in his offense, bro. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately for him, unfortunately for us, 3 targets for our unicorn. Crazy. Come on, Smith. I agree. I definitely agree. Dixon Way says entire O-line C+, overall A- for rushing blocking, F on pass blocking. I can dig it. Millie Mills says we only ran 48 plays. Two, by the way, averages. Ooh, what? Yeah, we only time of position, Millie. We only had it like 25 minutes, bro. 25 minutes on a run based team. Like that's not good. We gotta do better than that, man. Mark's grade for Kyle is a C only because he had the catch of the game and a key block for B. John's touchdown. He did. He did. We definitely can't forget to mention that block. He did have a very key block. Dixon says Kyle Pitts can't be graded because of Ritter and the offensive line. That's fair, Larry. I can definitely respect that. Dravis A. Carr says B- if used correctly, he's a beast. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Shawty Red gives him a B. John Harris gives him a B. Atlanta support in the building. What's up with you, man? I can't believe y'all would trade my boy. If Kyle gets traded, they can have Drake London. But y'all throwing everybody off the team today, boy. Y'all are getting rid of everybody. Y'all clean the house. Millie Mill said, "Are we counting the first big play he got called back? You can consider that in your grading scale because it's gonna be your own personal grades." Mark said, "I trade almost anyone ATL for Sanderson." So Shador is definitely like in this fan base or in this chat. Millie Mill says facts bring me primes, but y'all ain't right. Y'all saying trying to trade, really, boy. Y'all is not right. Y'all see who's saying this though, so y'all don't get mad at me. That's Mill and that's Mark. Do not get mad at me. You got mad. So let's see. But yeah, continue to drop your grade for Kyle Pitts in the comments, man. In the meantime, we're gonna move to somebody else. I'm trying to do somebody. I'm not gonna even do Drake. It's just not enough data there. I'm not gonna do Drake. Let's do Tyler Algier. Let's do Tyler. Tyler had 15 carries. Tyler had 75 rushing yards. He had 2 touchdowns, 2 key touchdowns. Tyler's longest run of the day was for 22 yards. Tyler Algier also had 3 receptions for 19 yards on 3 targets. So every target that came his way, he caught it. His longest reception was for 12 yards. So I'll repeat, Tyler Algier had 75 rushing yards on 15 carries with 2 touchdowns. He had 19 receiving yards and also 3 receptions. What grade would y'all give Tyler Algier? What grade would y'all give Algier? Let me know what grade would y'all give Tyler Algier, please. Atlanta supporters says, man, please, Arthur Smith can go. Arthur Blank can leave as well. Let everyone go. We can stop. Why y'all trying to fight everybody today? Why y'all trying to get rid of everybody today? Atlanta supporter, why you trying to get rid of everybody? Y'all get rid of everybody on the team today. But yeah, let me know your grade for Tyler Algier, please. Mark says, what was your grade on Kyle? Good question. What would I give Kyle today? I'll give him a strong C. I'll give him a strong C. To be honest, it's kind of hard to grade him because he didn't have a lot of production. I think I'll give him a strong C. I'll give him a strong C. David starts as A plus. Algier was who he is, though. Tough, very tough. Bowling ball. Red gives Tyler an A. One Love gives Tyler an A. Facebook user says hard to grade the offense when the play calling was an F minus. Good night. Facebook user says an A easy. Dixon Wayne says, wow, we had to get Shiloh Sanders to sweeten the pot. But Dion to come coach the Falcons. Boy, y'all just trying to get everybody on the team and bring all prime and prime people here, boy. Y'all, boy, we done got it in y'all today, man. Mark said Black Monday, yeah. Definitely Black Monday. Definitely. Millie says I'm a support Ritter while he is here, but it looks like this all year. And but if it looks like this all year and Shador is in the draft, I don't know. F it, bring him on in. Hey, Millie, I wouldn't be mad at it, bro. Well, like I said, that's if Ritter don't pan out. Y'all, I can't let y'all get me in trouble, because they'll be cussing me out. That's if Ritter doesn't pan out, y'all. If Ritter don't pan out. Marcia Tyler gets an A, two big touchdowns. And excuse me, I said it wrong. Tyler gets an easy A, 2 big touchdowns. Atlanta supporter says I'll grade Kyle Pitts a C because not being in the mix. I'll give Tyler a B because he been a blessing. He has been a blessing. That's a fifth round draft pick, man. We really came up with Algier. Dixon Wade says A plus for Algiers for the limited touches in the first half. Yeah, I just took him out, Larry, when he was rolling. When he was rolling, man. You always feed a hot hand. Like I said, I understand, like you want to show the world like why you drafted B. John when you drafted him, man. But I feel like at that point, man, like there was no need to take the ball out Tyler Algier's hand. Like he was rolling. He was rolling. But at the end of the day, they both ended up having a good game. So we won the game at the end of the day. Miller says, but a win is a win in this league. We need them by any means necessary. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. John Harris says they were saying these things about getting Shador because they see how good he is after getting mentored and trained by the best versus what we at quarterback being trained, but what we have at quarterback being trained by nobody. When you say getting mentored and trained by the best, what do you mean, John? I did see that he's been working with Tom Brady. I did see that. I definitely did see that. Rusty says Prime already say he don't want to coach NFL because they don't listen like college kids. Besides that, SHIT don't work with grown men. I know he said that, but I will say this, Rusty. Like, I strongly think if he has the chance to coach his son, I'm speaking of Shador specifically, not saying that he has favorites, but coaching a quarterback is a lot different than coaching any other team, any other position, because that's a more intimate position. I think if he has a chance to coach his son as a head coach, I think it would be hard for him to say no, because that's just like something that he's used to. I think he said he coached his son since he was like 4 or 5 years old. So I think if that chance came, he would jump on it. I will point out one thing that somebody brought up to me. It it's gonna be interesting to see how long Dion holds up as far as coaching goes. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be interesting to see how long he holds up. And I say that because I don't think he's a good coach. I think he's an excellent coach. But if y'all have been noticing, like, man, since Prime that had them issues with his feet, he's struggling to move, man. And Dion not that old, when you're talking coaching, but he be struggling to move. I be watching him walk off the field, and you can see it's just a struggle. It's just a struggle. So I don't know how long his health as far as his feet goes, having to stand up all the time. I don't know how long that's gonna allow him to coach, man. Just to be frank. Atlanta Sports says, "Yo, Tyler, what should we draft in the 2024 draft?" It's too early for me to say. Ask me again, like around week 12, week 13, week 14, like later on in the season, because it's just too early for me to say. But if I had to say one position right now, y'all ain't finna get me in trouble by saying quarterback. I'm gonna play it safe, pass rusher, because we still struggled to rush the passer yesterday. So I'm gonna say a pass rusher. Yep, Mark, Tom Brady. Yep, I seen him been working with him. Larry says, man, y'all thought that Hill at training camp was packed this season, draft Shador Sanders, and that would charge to get they would charge to get in the training camp. It must be the money we played as he walked. Yeah. Hey, man, that's a marketing dream, bro. It's definitely a marketing dream. And the thing about it, if Shador continues to play well as they get into tougher competition, he's gonna shoot up the draft charts, man. He's already shooting up the draft charts now, but he's gonna eventually shoot up to that top 10 conversation. And he continues to play well, he's gonna shoot up to that top 5 conversation. He already got the pedigree, the DNA. The general managers and the NFL scouts, they just want to see how he's going to play against tougher competition, especially in tougher environments. That'll play a big role also. Red says Brady mentoring Dion's son. Oh, yeah, he's been working with Tom Brady. He has been working with Tom Brady. Red says Benz would be sold out every game with Shador. I can't argue against that. Miller says, who is the 5-star QB that's visiting Colorado all of a sudden? Anybody know his name? I seen that. I don't know his name. Somebody in the chat probably know, but I don't know his name. John Harris says he gives Azure a B. Red says Dion coach in a mechanical wheelchair tied up with aspiring players even more. I don't know, man. Like Dion be looking like he be struggling, man. He just be looking like it be agonizing him, man. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Marcin Sanders would be the perfect QB prospect for ATL. It's too good to be true. Yep. Yeah, if we had the opportunity, man, that'll be very interesting. Because, as a third round pick, I don't think Ritter's leash is gonna be very, very, very long. If he don't be convincing once the season is over, I don't think they'll hesitate to move on from him, or at least bring some competition in here to push him. You see how they did Tyler last year. You know what I'm saying? This man is a fifth round pick, set a rookie record, and you see what they did with him. So obviously, don't mind bringing competition in. Obviously, Winston said them blood clots in his legs was causing him the mobility problems and the toe removers. Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's why I say that, man. Like, unfortunately, it just looked like, man, it's a task for him to move around. It really do. ATL Sports' is pass rush is what I've been saying, tight and fast one, and I need the QB on his neck. Man, you both. Larry says, well, the Dixon way, I'm sorry. Shador is to sign to Tom Brady company. Oh, he signed to Tom Brady company. That's why he's been working with him. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was with TB12. Also, Shador plays safety so he can read defense better than Ritter. I didn't know he was with TB12. Winston Brady been mentoring Shador for the past 3 years. Y'all put me on game. I didn't know that. I just thought that was this year. I had no idea. Let's see. That extra pick from Ridley and Jacksonville might provide pretty valuable if we need to trade up. Caleb, Shador, or even Phoenix. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So let's go to our next player. We did Algier. Let's do his tag team partner, Bijan Robinson. Bijan had 10 carries, 10 rushing attempts yesterday. He had 56 rushing yards. Longest rush of the day was 21 yards. He also caught 6 passes for 27 yards and 1 receiving touchdown. He was targeted 6 times and caught all 6 targets. His longest reception of the day was 17 yards. I'll give y'all those numbers again. We are graded at this time Bijan Robinson, who had 6 receptions, 27 yards, 1 touchdown on 6 targets. He ran the ball 56 yards on 10 carries. So what grade would y'all give Bijan Robinson for yesterday? Like, what's your grade for Bijan yesterday, Rick? What y'all say? Davis says A+ as well. That juke, my goodness, yeah, he did it with that juke move, man. I'm talking about that was LaDainian Tomlinson / Barry Sanders / Marshall Fall. He was just cat quick feet. Mark says Bijan gets a B. You mentioned the fumble on our show earlier that I completely forgot about. Yeah, he did have that fumble, and luckily for us, Caleb McGarry picked it up, and not that would have been a turnover. So yeah, you're absolutely right. He did have that one fumble. Thankfully, it was not a lost fumble. But Mark does give him a B. Atlanta supporter says Bijan A+. I need Art Smith to use everyone. I know he loved running, but Drake and Kyle need the ball too. I agree, Atlanta supporter. I totally agree, man. Can't fall in love with your running backs, man. You need need to be able to throw the ball. Millie Mill says I still feel as though Troy Anderson might be better. Yes, Millie, and I know you came in later on, but I said the same thing, bro. He's not an inside linebacker, man. He's the position just ain't coming natural to him, and I know he hasn't played it very long. But if you watch him, when they allow him to just not think and rush the passer, he does better. He ended up, getting a sack yesterday by doing that. I totally agree. He's a better outside linebacker edge guy. I think they need to try to work him in at that. And I guess we don't have a lot of depth at linebacker for them to try to make that happen. But I feel like that's a more natural position for him. Miller says also, to me, he just don't play downhill enough at inside linebacker. I agree. No, it's not just you. It's me too, bro. It is me too. Red says Bijan a B+. Miller says Bijan a A. Um, Winston says A minus. Too many times getting stopped dead in the backfield. Um, Miller says Bijan showed me he can take a hit, and he more than just a thick little shifty guy. Yeah, he's super versatile, super versatile. Dixon Way says A minus for Bijan. Also, yes, he fumbled, but no harm, no foul. I think Algier and Bijan could have easily had 120 to 140 yards rushing if one of them wasn't on the team at the same amount. If one of them wasn't on the team and the same amount of receptions, I agree with you on that. Definitely agree with you on that. Mark says, "Yeah, Bijan really him. We have a great running back talent for the next 3 years. Yes, we do." Facebook user said, "I'll give Bijan a B." Um, let's see. Montana Troy is a better cowboy. I always talking about the lasso move. Yeah, Troy got him a signature move also. Um, Montana Troy, Bijan Compass, Barry Sanders, literally the same player. Yeah, you may be onto something there. They definitely got them. They definitely are very elusive, can juke you out your shoes. But yeah, Bijan got high grades. We're gonna move along here. We're not gonna stay on here too long. Let's go with the elephant in the room. Let's go with Desmond Ritter. Um, Ritter had 15 completions on 18 attempts for 115 yards and one touchdown. He was sacked 4 times. I'll give you those numbers again. Desmond Ritter had 115 passing yards. He was 15 for 18 throwing ball for one touchdown. And I think that's a average of about 6.3 yards per attempt. Yeah, so that's 6.3 yards per attempt. What grade would y'all give Desmond Ritter for yesterday? Atlanta Sports title. Austin need a day off. You can be the head coach. We need him. I'll be like the assistant head coach or something, man. Y'all ain't finna be keep cussing me out like y'all be doing Austin Smith. I'll be the assistant, man. I'll be in the shadows, out the spotlight. uh Mark said a D for this. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. David said F minus. He hit Dom in the back with a pass and caught it. Enough said, ooh, F minus. Good Lord. Russ's Diaz gets a D. That ball that Kyle Pitts was a duck. Quack, quack, quack. All other throws he made, my grandma could have made. Oh boy, y'all been a rough crowd. So far we got 2 D's and an F minus. Red has a Ritter C minus. Okay. Defense helped them out with 3 turnovers, period. Stats are very misleading. Yeah, those stats are very misleading. So we got 2 consecutive C plus. Winston says C minus. He's too slow in process, and I can see that, man. He looked very slow of him. He looked very slow making his decisions yesterday. So I can definitely see that. Miller says, I thought it was about to be a long day when this first pass got to me too, man. That was not a good way to start off. I agree with you there. I was kind of thinking the same thing, to be honest. Facebook user says C, no turnovers is a plus. That is a plus. That is a plus because that's one of the main foundations of a quarterback. Don't turn the ball over. Protect the football. Don't turn the ball over. Don't allow them to get any points off turnovers. So you make an excellent point. You make an excellent point there. Atlanta Sports said I'll give Desmond Ritter a Z. Where you get the Z from, Atlanta supporter? Because he's still a rookie, so he gave him a Z. You gotta explain where you came up with that Z at. And let's see what we got here. Let's see. Rest of that had you been to turn the ball over when you throw behind the line of scrimmage on every play. So it looks like as far as Ritter goes, he didn't get very good grades from everybody here. Looks like he's about a D minus overall. And that's Desmond Ritter. Hopefully that'll get better. I know Red. He said a Z. This ain't a Roman numerical grading scale. I was wondering where he get that Z from, man. All right, so let's go ahead and grade Arthur Smith, who's pretty much our offensive coordinator as well. We had 13 first downs yesterday. We was only 2 out of 10 on third down yesterday against the Panthers, which is pretty much unacceptable. We had only 221 total yards. Um, we averaged 4.6 yards per play, and we had 6 penalties for 43 yards, which is much better from what we showed in the preseason. So good job on getting those down. And we held the ball for 25 minutes and 19 seconds. And I know some people have talked about his strategy and his play calling. So consider all of that when you give Arthur Smith his grade. What is y'all grade for Arthur Smith yesterday also? So let me know y'all grades for Arthur Smith yesterday. So let me get those, read those. And we are grading Arthur Smith. David Starr says D minus. We're still talking about play calling. You're right. Facebook uses a big fat F. Lisa Real says, real quick, how did your Panther friends who were on the live handle the loss? One of them was real confident they were going to beat us in advance. Oh man, they was cussing up a storm on their live. They was upset. They was upset on how bad they played. And Rusty mentioned it earlier, man. Like they didn't, Lisa, they didn't give Bryce Young no passes, man. They were honest and raw in their opinion on Bryce Young. They didn't give him no passes. You know, we tend Falcons fans, we tend to be, I think, more forgiving at the quarterback position, but they was like, no, we understand he a rookie, but those was just dumb. Those were dumb decisions to throw that ball in that situation. So they were upset about the loss. They felt like that was a game that they should have won if they were able to play more mistake-free football. They felt like that was a game that they should have won, and they were not impressed at all with Desmond Ritter. They were not impressed at all with Desmond Ritter at all. Rusty Moore says Art gets an F minus, running halfback draws in 30-10 is embarrassing. I agree, man. That's some high school stuff. You see high school teams do that because they can't throw the ball. Like, bro, come on. Yeah, you got it. And that to me sometimes is how you can help your quarterback with his confidence. You show confidence in him. If you don't show confidence in him, how is he supposed to, work on building his own personal confidence? It's crazy. Red says Smith is a D. For I think they're supposed to be dumb or dim and delusional. So he gets a D. The Dixon West Art Smith gets an F minus. Him not riding Tyler Hot Hand and him running on obvious passing downs his butt cheeks. I agree. That was head scratching, man. Atlanta Sports says I'll grade Arthur Smith an R because all he do is run. All we do is run. That old DJ Khaled song. Mark Cheney says Art gets a D. He had everyone but his running backs look good. Oh, great point. Excellent point. Red said I'll give him a D plus because we did score 24 points and still are consistent in the run game. That's where the plus comes from. Okay, so you gave him a little bit of credit for being able to run the ball. Red said some fans are forgiving of the quarterback. Okay, fair point. Definitely a fair point. Mark says Art gets an F. Everyone looked poor except for the running backs. I think somebody just said that too. I'm also factoring in that he played these same players one series in preseason. Very fair critique. Very fair critique. Very fair critique. Winston Toddy, you hit it on the head just now. High school run draws because they can't throw the ball. Yeah, man, that's what high schoolers do. That's what they do in high school. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 11, and you running draws because you can't throw the football. Like even in high school, you be sitting there looking like, okay, man, you gotta have to find your quarterback who can throw the ball. But that's what high schoolers do. They'll just run the ball on 3rd down because they know they can't pass. Man. Atlanta Sports, so your title looking for you to be the quarterback. And oh boy, I can't quarterback nothing. I quarterback some Gatorade to the players that actually play. I can't do no quarterback. Atlanta Sports, not me, boy. Woo. You ain't finna send me to the hospital. Have me get hit and sacked by them big 325 linemen, but no sirree. No sirree. We're gonna move along, y'all. Let's do one defender because I think he deserves to be acknowledged. Hold on, we got some grades coming And still, Miller Mill says, let the fantasy guys worry about. Yeah. I'm glad you brought it up, Miller. Miller says, let the fantasy guys worry about that. Drake London don't care. He got one target. We just trying to go 1-0. Art Smith attitude be funny. Fuck. Yeah, he did say that because he was asked if he concerned about a lack of production from Drake London, and only in Art Smith fashion, let the fantasy guys worry about that. We're just worried about man 1-0. Man, I like Arthur Smith, but boy, that joke, he is so stubborn, bro. He's stubborn, boy. He don't never acknowledge he could have did something better, or maybe he made a mistake here. That joke is stubborn, boy. And that could end up being a great trade as a coach, though. That could end up being a great trade, or it could end up being a thing that eventually gets him fired. We'll see how that goes, but he is definitely stubborn. Winston says D- is hard to utilize your weapons without a quarterback. That's very, very fair. Very fair. Why play QB if you can't throw? It's like playing basketball and you can't shoot. Dixon Winston says, let's be honest about Art Smith. He got this job off of the best O-line in the NFL and the best running back in the NFL. His play call and playbook is dry. It was dry with Matt, and it's still dry. And he might need to consider hiring an actual play caller, man. He may need to consider doing that. But I seriously doubt his personality will allow him to do that. Atlanta Sports said, Smith is Gemini, so I understand why he acted that way. Okay. So it's some astrology behind it. Winston says, A++ Bates single-handedly carried the team yesterday, and I'm glad you mentioned that. So now we can go into Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates played a phenomenal game. Like Winston says, he kind of I don't always like to use the term single-handedly won a game when talking football, but boy, he was the one person more responsible on our team. He had 10 total tackles, 2 pass deflections, 2 interceptions. As Lisa mentioned, that's his first multi-interception game of his career, so shout out to him for that. Also, 1 forced fumble. Let me give you those numbers again. We are grading Jesse Bates the third, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions, 2 pass deflections, 10 tackles. What's y'all grade for Jesse Bates? Facebook user said Jesse Bates gets A+. Rest said Bates also forced a fumble. Yep, he definitely did. You were correct about that. Mark Chaney says Bates' debut was legendary. That it was. David Starr says A+ enough for him. I don't know if we win yesterday. I don't need him, man. I don't know if we win yesterday either without him. Shawty Red says Bates A+ start earning his money right away. That he did. Dixon Way says Art Smith won't piss and cannot use him properly. He wanted to be John at Algier, and now it's created a situation that both would not reach their potential because they're sharing the load. Man, that's a great point, bro. That's the thing, man. Like to touch on what you just said, when you make unconventional draft picks like that, like taking a tight end at 4, then doubling down and taking running back who has shown that he can be, the running back 1. You got to be able to show everybody that you can utilize these guys, get them involved in the offense. And so far, Smith has failed miserably at that. And I'm gonna be honest, Larry, and I'm be honest with everybody. Like, Kyle Pitts is in his 3rd year. He'll be in his 4th year next year. For a rookie in their 4th year, when you're on your rookie contract, that's when the kind of the extension talks kind of start happening a little prematurely. A 5th year option, like. I just don't see Kyle Pitts being content in this offense on this team if he's only catching 2 passes a game. In the last 2 years, he's been 2 passes a game, 3 passes at most. That's not who he is, man. He's not a blocking tight end. He's not a decoy tight end. he's a Travis Kelsey, but more athletic. You know, you supposed to be having him running down the field, running the middle of the field. He's supposed to be involved in the offense. You're supposed to be taking advantage of mismatches with Kyle Pitts. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we can't get Kyle Pitts in this offense, bro. Kyle Pitts grows frustrated with that and eventually the team. And I said it in the group. If the production don't increase, the impact on the games don't increase, you might as well see what you can get for him in a trade. You know, see what the value is on a trade market for him. You know, it's wild. And you got a Drake London, and he didn't get no catches. Like, bro, you could have took guys in the third or fourth round. You had George Pickens there in the third round, and you could have used those draft picks elsewhere, man. You know, especially on the defensive line, which we seem to still be struggling at right now. Okay, Miller Mills says, bro, we might be able to win games running it. We might be able to win games running the damn Wildcat every week. Only Arthur Smith says that's kind of what we ran right now. Atlanta Support says just basically as an A+, he got me a pick 6. I love it. I need some more this year. Forever DP. Dixon said basically it's a D and dog, like Dion gives out. S+ like kindergarten, just a special performance by Bates. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Winston, you blinked out for a second and just the music was playing. I don't know. My internet probably jumped a little bit, man. I'm not wired in. I need to start put my wire in when I do this. I just be leaning on Wi-Fi, which you ain't supposed to do when you do streams. Atlanta Sports is tired of R. Smith don't do better with these players. He can lead with a Kansas City head coach. Oh man. Mark says, yeah, it messed up our draft strategy picking Pitts at $4, but oh well, it did. It definitely did, man. I still didn't like that pick. And it's not Kyle Pitts, it's just the pick, you know, the positional value. That makes sense to me. Still don't make sense to me. Last sports of Kyle leads Drake going 2-0. I'm not playing. We need help. Not just a spotlight. And that's from Atlanta supporter. Oh yeah, I'm about to get ready to check out here, man. I want to thank everybody for coming through, following through, man, engaging with the grades and on the live stream. Y'all make sure to check out our guy, Uncle Steve. He's on deck with the Monday Minutia. He may already be live now. I think he was scheduled to start at 5:15. So if he hasn't started yet, I'm sure he'll probably be starting very, very soon. So let's just run the traffic over there to Uncle Steve. Show him a lot of love. Monday Minutia. Always a great watch. I'll be in there checking it out. Hopefully I'll see y'all in there again also. And go Falcons, man. Let's get this dub. Week 2 against Green Bay. And let's continue to have that the Benz rocket. Like we eventually had it going this past game. And like the Dixon Way says, I'm going to Steve Stream. Great job, Tyler. Appreciate it, Dixon Way. Thanks a lot, man. Y'all be good. Y'all be easy. Have a great week. Peace.